Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe. Can I get a hell yeah? My microphone's falling apart. Yeah! This, I gotta get a new one. Anyways, today's an exciting day. I've had this for a little while, but I've got my hands on the new Pat McGrath Labs blush, Divine Blush. And I've used it already because I wanted to play with it a little bit. There's a whole collection around the Divine Blush and I'm super excited about it. I love the formula, so I thought, like, let's play with it. I know some people were asking for swatches. I don't have every single blush that there is. I do have 3 and the highlighter, so I'll get into it. So they have like custom kits on their website, it looks like, that you can get if you want to get just more than the blush, but I have 3. So on their site, now I've never read any information about it, I've only experienced it, so I'm going to tell you what it says and I'll let you know if it's facts or not. Oh, each blush and shade in every limited edition collector's kit delivers a feather light, long-wearing rush of couture color in a demi-matte and satin finishes. The ultra-fine powder pigments are sensuously soft, brilliantly blendable, and build effortlessly from sheer to subversive, bare to bold to beyond. Ensure a wondrous wash of customizable color for every skin tone and type. Okay, so my experience from it, and I've tried it with a couple different brushes now that I've had time to play with it a bit, is when a brand launches a product, I like to think about what type of tool they're selling with it. So obviously I use this, I was doing like a TikTok earlier. This is Pat McGrath's powder brush. It's a synthetic brush, so it'll lay stuff into the skin, but it has like a delicate application. It's not super dense, it's pretty fluffy. The fluffier a brush is, the less product will be put on, and the more dense it is, the more product will be put on. That's why we use like a super densely tight packed angle liner for our eyebrows and like a brush like this for our powder. So this will give a really delicate application. I tend to use something like, well, for my bronzer, highlight, everything, I use this. So this is definitely more dense than what this is. This is gonna give me a more featherweight, smooth application, and this is gonna pack more product on. She also came out with a new highlight brush. Where the heck is it? Maybe she's on vacation. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there she is. This is the new kind of highlight brush, and this is very feathery. So this will just put on a twinkle of product. And of course you can layer it on with this type of synthetic brush where you can kind of let the brush bend on the contours of your face to highlight. It's nice and fluffy, so you can get in just the highest point. So if you're not sure where to put highlighter, this is a great one where you can be kind of chaotic. Go like this and it'll show you where the best place to contour your, or not contour, highlight your cheekbones is. So these are the 2 kind of brushes, the powder brush and the highlight brush. I mean, you could use either for either. So going back to what I was saying about thinking about the tools recommended for the product, I found the payoff, the color payoff, to be super pigmented. Like, they are no joke. And I love that because it's hard to find a blush that goes on super pigmented and so smooth. So when I tried it with this, it whisked on nice and delicately. When I did it with this, it went on a lot more full coverage, which is fine. Again, I'm not somebody who wears powder, so things will look more intense on me as well. And I have dry skin. If you have oily skin, things will look more intense as well, unless you powder first. So without further ado, sorry I'm jumping ahead. I've already played with this, not a first impressions. I'm going to swatch the 3 blushes that I have here. This is the packaging. So you just push this little guy here and then open it up. It's got some roses imprinted on the actual powder, but it feels super soft. Like, it's a very fine powder, which I find myself, who has drier skin or any textured skin, you want to use powders that have the finest mill. So when I worked at MAC, they talked about jet milling or making things really fine, which is why I like the dark deep mineralized skin finish, because it is jet milled, so it's a super fine powder, which I think is a benefit because it will kind of lay into every bit of texture onto your skin and make it look smooth. This is also not completely matte or completely satin, which will help to blur the skin, which is another reason why I really like my dark deep mineralized skin finish hit and pan over here. I find if you take something too matte or isn't milled enough and you put it over your pores, you can really see your pores even more, and then you're like, whoa, I didn't know I had pores, and then you have midlife crisis, whatever. Anyways, so this is really nice. Relating it to another blush I tried, this seems like more pigment mixed with diffusing particles rather than adding like a white base to it. Sometimes when you get into blushes, they can add like more powder to it and it feels a bit powdery, but this seems to lay onto skin. You can still get a really nice glowy finish, and I'm just talking way too much. Let's get into it. I'm gonna swatch, sorry, but hopefully those tips are useful. So this one is the Divine Blush in Cherish. and I'll swatch that on my arm. So that's like kind of a thick layer. I'll show you if you want to buff it out. It's really easy. Immediate ombre, like just with a finger blend, it's already perfection. This one I haven't tried on my face yet. Electric Bloom, same thing. Do a heavily pigmented swatch, and you can kind of buff it out, just little wigglies, and it's really effortlessly in the way it just ombres onto the skin. Like, it's not giving me a streak and then it ombres, like I'm just wiggling it like this, and it's just so smooth. If it'll focus, if you can see my fingertips, like my fingerprints are almost blurred out because it's so smoothing. Obsessed. And then we have Paradise Venus. This one is gorgeous. I've been using this one a lot. It's like a gorgeous kind of bronzy Pinot Noir, you feel me? Just a stunning, stunning blush. Look how gorgeous those are. Absolutely obsessed. We've been waiting for this for so long. Again, there's my fingertips, my fingerprints all blurred out. Like, if I'm gonna rob a bank, I'll put this on my fingers and they'll never catch me. And then the last thing that I really, really, really love, this is the Golden Nectar Divine Glow Highlighter. It is like a champagne color, and I'll put that here. But it makes your skin almost look wet. It's just like a beautiful mixture of pearl and a little bit of a champagne tone, gold. There's like pink. It's just really pretty. But you can sheer it out to almost look like nothing. I'm gonna wear that today, but these are the colors that I have right now. Hopefully you could see it okay. And then she came up with a new motherfucking quad. I wanna swatch those colors for you right quick. This is the Voyeuristic Vixen palette. Again, I've used this before. We've got a duochrome, we've got a pearl, a matte, and another one of those really light kind of sparkly shades that I love to top onto any eyeshadow looks. It's kind of like a warmy plum brown. And then we've got this one to its side, which is like another kind of champagne vibe. It doesn't have as large sparkle pigments, but it does really catch the light, and is a bump up from this shade right here, which is a finer particle sheen, which is more of like a frost. And then the ones with the largest particle of sparkle is the one in the corner here, a beautiful duochrome, which will give you glitter, and it'll give you two different tones. It kind of reflects gold, pink, and green. I mean, I've seen people make products before. Pigments that reflect 2 to 3 colors like this, if you can see it, are the most expensive to make. And I have to say, no one makes shadows like Pat McGrath. Gorgeous, beautiful color story. So I'm just gonna like focus mainly on the blushes today. I already got my contour on, just so we can focus on the new skin products, since that's what people are most excited about. I've done 2 full looks using the eyeshadow palette. I did one on my TikTok, and I have one also on my Instagram. If you want more in depth or to see different ways to play with it, my TikTok Sonjdradeluxe and my Instagram Sonjdradeluxe, you know, someone snatched it up for me. So one thing I really love about these is that they're gorgeous in the crease as well. So let's take this one. This one is the Paradise Venus, and I want to start with her brush that she recommends, and I'll show you the difference just when you're thinking about using it with your own brushes at home. I'm gonna use her brush, which is a very soft, fluffy brush, and I like to sweep it almost underneath my eye. I'll pinch it to kind of get close, and then I'll move it around. So thinking about where you want the most product would be here in this area instead of the apples on my cheeks. So I'll start in that area and then blend it back and forth, so that I can kind of buff it onto my cheeks, but still the highest concentration of color is right here. And because these are so dope, I'm going to blend it into my temples, into my bronzer I did earlier. See that? Have you ever seen that? See how we're catching the light here? But I just love it. Okay, so then going back to that, I'm gonna go into my normal brush that I do contour, highlight, and everything with. I'm just gonna show you the difference in application. The brush you use will make a difference. Just like if you were to use a foundation blush to do it or the highlight blush to do it, you're gonna have different applications. So this is my normal brush that I do blush, highlighter, contour, everything bronzer with, and it's a totally different vibe. If you can see, this kind of has no end, no start, no finish. This blends a little bit different. Keep poking myself in the freaking eye. I actually like the way that this one looks a little bit better. I'm used to just doing everything with all one brush, but I see the benefit of switching to a brush that is meant for the product, instead of being a lazy bones like myself and be like one trick pony. And then I'm also gonna just take a tiny bit and go like right in my nose dip here with the blush. Another thing, this is actually freaking bomb in the crease. A really nice way to carry the color in for the summer is to pull the blush from your cheekbone here and pull it into your crease to the upper bridge of the nose, just like that. You can get underneath the eye. It's like very romantic, bronzy, glowy, blushy. I'm just lightly decorating my crease. Same thing on this side, just for a nice light kind of look. But look how soft everything looks. Sometimes when I put blush, I feel blotchy, or I feel like it's too shiny, or it doesn't blur enough. Or now it's like, it's so funny because I'll try something and I'll feel like this is it, like this is the bombest blush. And then because makeup is constantly evolving and growing, they come up with new things. So this, the way that the light is kind of moving with me with the blush, I'm obsessed with, because it's not giving me like a super matte powder flashback kind of look. It's just, damn, she's so rosy right now. She's so embarrassed. She's romantic. She's in love, you know? No, I'm freaking not. Just gonna fix it. This one just goes on a little smoother. So I'm gonna go into the golden nectar. So I'm gonna use, not try, because I've already tried it with this. That's why the brush is not unused. The golden nectar divine highlight. This is like a nice updated highlight. I feel like there was like a phase where like everyone was like, have it be as bright as it can be. Now people are refining. Pat McGrath is refining, and again, it's that makeup that kind of moves with you. You can't see kind of where it starts or where it stops. You just see like a vibe. So I'm gonna take this. This is a fluffy brush, tap off the excess, and then we're just gonna lightly decorate the tops of our cheekbones. Let it blend into the blush to this side. Like, it's already glowy a little bit from the blush. Let's take it to the next level and do the nose, tip of the nose, and then the bridge a little bit, top lip. Like, this is glowy summer skin. I'm just gonna lightly play with the palette because I played with it a lot. I don't want to do, you know, too much. So I'm just gonna take my finger and this one here, the one that has not as much sparkle, go all over the lid really quick. And then I'm gonna layer on top of it with that duochrome, baby! Right here. Give me some flavor all year round. Yeah. I don't know, can you see that in the camera? It's like pink to gold to gold to, you know what I do. Anywho, I'm gonna go into the lightest shade here and just do that in the inner corners. Keep it nice and simple. Throw on some mascaras. Let's keep it in the Pat McGrath family. This is the Dark Star mascara. Just a nice light look, you know? Because I gave kind of two bold looks with this palette. Let's show that we are nice calm girls sometimes, you know? Or boys, whatever. These lashes are mother fluff and everything. I've already cut these to my eye shape, but these are the Rokael Beauty Aurora, the business. I take good care of these ones because they're cute and I want to wear them a lot. Sometimes I get lashes and I mess them out too soon. Not these, so treat them well. Putting some glue on there. Ooh, I've already put these on like twice today because I've been doing non-stop makeup looks today, so you probably see like 3 videos of me in the shirt because I did it all on the same day, but that's okay. It's laundry day! Put them as far as I can. Ugh. Oh. I like to let them stick up for a second like that, and then I'm gonna squish them down in a minute once I get this other guy on. Or lady, I don't know what she is. Okay, now it's kind of on there. I'm gonna give them a little pinchy pinch. Love these lashes very much. I'm gonna put some mascara on in the same direction that the eyelashes go, which is kind of outwards like that. Should have done my bottom lashes before I put these babies on. Cool, okay, and then one of the things that came with it was the Divine Rose 2 Lip Shine, so I'm just gonna do that nice and easy peas. These feel so good. Okay, let's take off this headband and like chat. Okay, so usually at this point I would do my final thoughts, but this is not a first impressions. This is like, this is bomb and I wanted to share it with you guys because I've had a few requests to do swatches and stuff like that. So let me know what you think, if you're gonna try it, if you're feeling the look or not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. Love yourself, stay pretty, and I'll see you guys again in the next video. Take care.